My buddy from the worldwide leader in sports, Adam Schefter, said 6 teams have called the Arizona Cardinals for the 3rd overall selection. At least 6 have inquired.
At least.
Fascinating number, by the way. Fascinating number. 6. And this is per league sources. So I've got a top 5 list of the teams that should be ringing up the Arizona Cardinals for the 3rd overall pick. Number 5 is the team that said they're cool with their guy they drafted last year to the point where they're not signing Lamar Jackson to an offer sheet, and they just traded a 5th-round pick for Jeff Okudah, the cornerback, and they went on a free agency spending spree, and they went ahead and got themselves Calais Campbell as well. They kind of want to win now, and you get Calais Campbell. I get it. And they said they love Desmond Ridder. But I think the Falcons should definitely check on how much it costs to go from 8 to 3 and check on Anthony Richardson instead. And I know that would essentially turn Desmond Ridder into Josh Rosen. But I think they have to do that. And that's, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, Anthony Richardson is on Atlanta's visit list. So they're thinking the same thing I'm thinking, which is just check it out. Just make the call. Just see what it would cost. Let's check on Richardson just to see if it's worth it. I mean, Arthur Smith is, as you know, a very serious man to the point where he, next owner's meeting for that photograph, is going to have to tell his face to smile. But he also said they talk about everything to try and improve their team. This would be one of them, I think. Number 4 on this list is a team that said they know how talented this quarterback group is, and they also don't expect to be drafting this high for a good long while, because they don't usually draft this high. And they are, because remarkably, this is what trading Russell Wilson away has netted them in the first year after trading him away. The Seattle Seahawks are on this list, and Pete Carroll himself on this program admitted they're tire kicking the quarterback class.
This is such a rare opportunity. We've been here for 13, 14 years. We've only had one other time when we picked in the top 10. And so now that we see it, and after, kind of in a frustrating fashion, you sit down there in the 20s or lower, and you just don't have a shot at guys like this. So now that we do, it's certainly top of mind, and we're going to really watch how this happens. It's not going to take long, soon it'll be honest. So, but we'll see what happens, and there's some great choices, and we'll figure it out. But that's definitely in a consideration.
Now the question is do they consider it only if they drop down to him? If Anthony Richardson drops down to 5, or do you like him so much you go get him? And you tell Gino, hey, look, you're signed for a couple years here. Richardson's going to take some time. You're the perfect guy to tell him the ropes, show him the ropes. Let's do it. You go try and win a championship with the Prez returning. Don't forget, by the way, Jamal Adams comes back from injury. Bobby Wagner's back. You can go try and win it right now with Gino and have Anthony Richardson in your back pocket. All it's going to cost you is to move up from 5 to 3. Make the call. Number 3 on this list is a team we talked about at the end of the first hour. It's going to take a lot to move up from 11 to 3, but the Titans should make this phone call. And I think they should do it. Go for it. I know Malik Willis didn't work out for you last year. It just really depends how they evaluate this young man. If they think last year he just wasn't ready, and they're not going to be putting themselves in position to trade all the way up to number 3 for another guy who's not ready, because that's the idea about Anthony Richardson, is he's going to take some time. And you do have Tannehill there, but Tannehill didn't last year either, and what a mess that was when Josh Dobbs came in and was better than the kid you drafted. But I say take those scars and throw them out and make the call to Arizona and go get Anthony Richardson. I think they can do that. And if they do that, maybe they replenish their draft choices by trading away Derrick Henry and telling And Mike Vrabel's like, yep, this year we're just going to see how we rebuild. And it's Anthony Richardson's run once Tannehill's done. Number 2 on this list, they love Anthony Richardson. This is what I am hearing, and who doesn't? The Las Vegas Raiders are absolutely one of the 6 teams. I think I have named every team that's called, but the Raiders, Jimmy G's there. He's got 2 years. I know he's got free chicken. I know he's got all that stuff. I know he's got all that stuff in Las Vegas. It's all right. You can turn your mic on to laugh, TJ. It's okay. But they've got to be the one to call. It's not too far to go from 7-3. Not too far to go from 7-3. And you got Mahomes, and you got Russ, and you got Herbert. You need your own. Anthony Richardson can be your own. And then number 1 on this list, absolutely, they cannot leave this draft without a quarterback in the first round, I believe. They have to take one, certainly because of the way they've tried to fill in the blank once Andrew Luck left them with a blank when they least expected it. Because the era of cocoon did not work for the Indianapolis Colts, who are number 1 on this list. Yep. They've gone Foles, they've gone Rivers, they've gone Matt Ryan, and I appreciate Sean Mitchell choosing this particular photograph of Wilford Brimley.
Wow, he looks so miserable.
Which one? Matt Ryan?
Philip Rivers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because this era of cocoon must end, and they don't have anybody. They got to get one. And if it's Anthony Richardson they want, move up 1 spot. Gotta be that team. And if I'm the Cardinals, I am making sure that 1 spot is expensive, because they'd be turning down a whole bunch of other opportunities to move all the way down. However, the Colts' response is like, you still get whoever you want, because you know we're not trading up for Will Anderson. You still get Will Anderson. You can't if you trade with the Raiders. You can't if you trade with everybody else on this list. Number 1 on this list of the Colts.
Do you think we need one more? All right, we'll get one more.
All right, we'll get one more. It's your team. It's your team. I don't think they have it in them.
No.
I don't think the Patriots have it in them.
They lack the fortitude? Is that what you're
I
saying?
just don't think the Patriots have it in.
We don't trade up in the draft. We trade down.
But we're like, what's the future here? Mortgage it. If you're Bill, mortgage it.
Thank you, Rich
Mortgage
Eisen.
it.
This is what I've been saying.
The kid pissed you off talking about your BFFs last year not being right for him, and you're not a fan anymore. You're not a fan anymore. Fine. Maybe the Colts will take him off your hands when you beat them to the punch and they are left empty-handed. You're the one with Anthony Richardson. You're the one who makes this change. You're the one that can start Bailey Zappi this year. You love him so much, start him. You think both Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi can have some time this year? Start him. Go ahead and start him. And tell the Patriots fan base, I got the future for you. And I'm going to win it before I leave him for the next guy. I just don't know if they've got that play in them, because to come all the way up from 14 to 3 will be very expensive.
Very expensive.
But what a non-Patriot way to go out
That would be
over the next few years.
I would be incorrigible.
Would you be excited for that or what?
To draft Anthony Richardson? Yeah.
To move all the way up?
1,000%.
I just don't know if this is the planet that happens
An
on.
inspiring move, which is what I've been talking about.
And that's
y'all chicken.
That's it. Well done. Perfect way to end this. Exclamation point. Take care, y'all chicken. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.